I think I actually lowered my bitrate from the last stream. I think I went down to 6K. Yeah, I did go down to 6K. This should be, this is on. This shows that I'm actually streaming something. You can see the nice little cursor over here, so I don't think it's a really good thing, but yeah, sure, why not? I'm not sure if I should just put some music on, because you know, YouTube and copyright and stuff. So I guess I'm just I forgot one thing. I forgot to change to kilometers. I think that's the last thing I had to do. Oops. It's always good to have manual transmission because it's just so much better than automatic. Especially in games like this, you wouldn't expect like that manual transmission is that much better, but in fact it is. Like automatic transmission would have been shifting already, but with manual I can go much further, like to 8,500 revolutions per minute. And that's why I'm gonna be using manual throughout this game, throughout this run, because it just makes more sense. It just allows you to cut too much time. Just use manual, especially in this game. I think there's only like one Need for Speed game where that doesn't really matter what gearing you use. In Most Wanted, the automatic transmission is pretty neat. It just does what it have to do. It's pretty good in Most Wanted, but in other Need for Speed games, the manual transmission is just too much better. Also, I said that this is gonna be like I'm gonna be using a stock MX-5, but unfortunately the game is really forcing you to put the visual upgrades on you, so I'll have to do it at some point. It's not gonna happen like really soon, but just keep in mind that I have to visual upgrade my car to progress. So I will try to not put a spoiler. I don't really know if it actually affects anything in this game. I assume that it does, because for example in Underground 2, in Most Wanted, it does affect things. So I assume that in this game it's gonna affect something as well. So I'm gonna try and ignore the spoiler. I'm pretty sure that having the skirts and the bumpers will affect the aerodynamics as well, but who knows. I'll try to keep this car as stock as possible, and the Lancer is not good. I don't want a Lancer. Let's continue with the drift. Drifts are gonna be easy. Maybe you wonder why I pick MX-5 as a starter car. Well, there are two things to that. First, this is a rear wheels drive car, and I'm just generally better at those cars. Second of all, this is the second overall fastest car in the game. So starting with already fast car is something good, I presume. Yeah, hi there, Michael. And yes, of course, the MX-5 is the best starter car. You cannot do better than this. Ah, that was trash. I don't think I will be using much tricks, considering you can't really do much in this game. There aren't many tricks. There is nothing you can skip. The only thing you actually can skip is those unique upgrades. You can skip those. You don't really need them. You don't really want them. I mean, in a speed run, they actually get some of the performance upgrades because they just worth it. But since I'm gonna do it stock, then I don't really need them. Also enjoy the blurry images because I'm using a stock game. I don't know, just using a modded game for such run doesn't make much sense. So I'm using a stock game and it looks not so good as you might expect, especially when it's upscaled from 800 by 600 because this is a native resolution for this game. If you notice, like if you change the resolution to something else, the game kinda glitches out whenever you load a stage. That's because it secretly changes from 800 by 600, which is hard-coded for menus. Your menus are always in 800 by 600, and when you go to a stage, it just changes the resolution and it just does weird thing. I'm not gonna run Redux at all. I don't care particularly about Redux. I don't know if I should. I generally don't care about mods. I don't think mods do much good for games. I can accept like stability fixes if the game's crashing too much or just has troubles running on modern PCs. Then surely those mods I can accept. But something like Redux, I honestly think they only make this game look uglier. Sup, bro? This is gonna be a silent stream because YouTube and copyright strikes, I don't want them. Just enjoy the sound, the pure sound of MX-5 engine. I don't think this car sounds like that in real life though. I cannot remember at what points I have to upgrade my car. What do you mean you can't hear? I think that the game is pretty loud actually. Okay, let me check. I need to tab out. Other than mic, okay. I kind of think I know what's going on. Just a second. Properties. Freak. Okay, is that better? I'm not sure if it reset. I'm just gonna rely on you, Michael, if it does fix things. So I get that away. Okay, if it's fixed, then fine. It's good. I changed my audio settings. Like I forced my game audio onto a secondary track, but then I just forgot to change it back. You know, those small things, they just happen. It's hard to pay attention to everything you do, so I need to figure out the profiles in OBS. Also, Jose is incredibly fast for no reason. far as the game goes, there's only like one issue I'm really afraid of. I'm really afraid of drags. In Underground 2, I could avoid drags as much as I can. In Underground 2, I can avoid drags as much as I can, but in this game, I just have to do them. I cannot avoid drags. I don't know if it will be possible to do drags. I hope that with some good RNG, I can either just win them, either just make everyone crash. I think that's possible. Weak hack. There's one race, one tournament, and it will be the end of normal stock run. I'm really looking forward to seeing what's gonna happen next. I'm probably gonna be dropping difficulty really crazy. I'm gonna be going to easy at some point, I know for sure. Probably for drag, probably mostly for drags. I don't really know how ketchup works in this game. Okay, he crashed. That's good. It's always good when your opponents just crash, so you get a free lead. For now, I can keep myself pretty calm. There's not much going on. The game is not really hard at this point. I can just relax the drive. I also have like stability control off, just for I don't know, just for fun. I will probably put it back on if I feel like I'm losing control. But I don't feel like I'm losing control. I actually enjoy the way the car drives right now. I think I can even steer more in with the stability control off. I'm not sure if that's actually true. Like if I actually can steer better. I'm just gonna pretend that I do. This game is known to have some really strong ketchup. But I'm gonna see how hard it kicks in after a few races. Water is boiling. Okay. Now for the tournament, and I'm gonna skip the performance upgrades and the TJ challenge. No, I don't know who 80 is because I skipped all the cutscenes. Whoa! The AI is getting aggressive. This is a short tournament also. It shouldn't take that much time. This is just this small part of the game that you have to do. But to tell you the truth, the car isn't gonna get any faster. Back. Whoa. I should probably think about getting stability control back. It should help, honestly. The fifth gear is also killing me. It's like ridiculously long for such a slow car. I don't know, it should top out at like 200 kilometers. For some reason it doesn't. I could search Google a little bit to find out what the actual top speed of a Miata was. I think this car, I think this game is lying. I'm getting all the clean sections. I don't know. Why would you get an extra 8? Like, I honestly think 8 is enough already. I also remember that you don't have like really over the top system. Your system isn't really fast, so why would you need an 8 gigs? An extra 8 gigs. I think 8 gigs would be enough. Well, get an SSD and make it swap onto SSD, and that should be fine. Also, I'm not sure if Forza is lagging because of the RAM. It might lag because of the VRAM. Well, I just think it would show me notification that my VRAM is full. Well, I'm not sure. I just feel like having 100 and spending $100 on just RAM because you cannot run Forza. I just think it's on overkill. It's probably the only game that does that for you. So I wouldn't really care that much. But hey, that's me. That's you. Page file. Okay, that makes sense. Well, then just don't watch 3 streams at one time. Like, why would you? That's just stupid. People really have to learn how to close tabs in Firefox. They just keep on. They just keep them. They keep them for whatever reason. I don't know. It always was a mystery. It's like they cannot use bookmarks or something. Well, you don't really support them by just having the tab open. How is that supporting? Like, hey, I'll have the tab open while doing nothing. I mean, that's not supporting really. I have a really, like, I have a confession to make. That view doesn't matter at all. It just doesn't matter. Yay, first upgrade that I'm not going to install. Decline. And let's go. The first race, I'm doing stock, and I could have upgraded something. To answer your question, Michael, Windows is a really bad operating system, as you might have guessed. It doesn't really show how much of actual RAM it uses, and since like virtual memory is a thing, it just maps more than it can, and it's kind of a weird thing, like really weird, but it just lies about how much memory is used just to, like, hey, I'm not using that much RAM. To be completely honest, the operating system just uses the entire RAM all the time, because it keeps like the cache, it caches the code, the data that you load. And when it sees like, hey, I have this cache in the RAM, like, why would I load it from disk again? There is no point, because the disk input output is so slow. You don't really want it. You want to avoid it as much as you can. So Windows just like keeps everything in RAM, and just any modern OS does that. They just keep everything in RAM, and when they see like, oh, this stuff is already loaded, it just points to the exact memory it's located in, and there's no disk input output occurring. YouTube says I have 3 people watching me, but I don't really know who that people are. I know that one view is you, Michael, but the other 2 I have no idea. So the other 2 people, hi there. Hope you're enjoying this little shenanigan I'm doing. Not sure how far it will go. Oh, it almost ended right here. You know, this jump is always scary. You can hit it on a really weird angle and just destroy yourself. It's really easy to do. You don't have to be a genius. Buying viewers. Yeah, of course. I'm just bribing people. You know how it goes in Rush, you just bribe everyone. I'm giving bribes so people watch me. Amazing. There's a drag coming in, I believe, or even a drag tournament. Yeah, drag tournaments. I didn't expect that. I really did not expect that. What should I do now? Like, this is just, this is balls. Why? Why game? What? Why? Why? It just, come on game, that's not fair. No, I cannot do easy as well. It still requires me to do. Okay, I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna install the parts, and after this tournament, I'm gonna remove them and see if the game agrees. If the game agrees to continue. Yeah, I know, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm gonna do this tournament with parts installed, and then I'm gonna remove them and see if the game allows me to continue. I think it's kind of a trick to like show you that you have them, because people at the time weren't really used to the upgrading systems. So maybe most people would have just keep them entirely and just not realize you have them. I don't know, it makes sense. At least from my perspective, it really makes sense. I don't know. Maybe it's just a hint to show you that you have upgrades. I hear a car like right behind me and it's just so far away. Nice sound system game. Why are the opposite ways so free? If I remember correctly, it's a 3-race tournament. I might be wrong. I do hope it's a 3-race tournament. Because less races equals better. It turned on itself. I wasn't really going that way. I think it got confused because the AI tried to kill me. I'm gonna do it blind. Yeah, it's a 3-race tournament. Okay, let's see if the game allows me to continue. Yay, it allows me to continue without upgrades, yay! I wonder if it's gonna drop me some other curveball afterwards, like install everything you have. I don't know. This is still hard, by the way. I mean, the hard as in difficulty, not as if it's actually hard. After you get some speed in, you can just do whatever. It's all about preserving speed. The better you can preserve speed, the better you do. Crosstown hustle. I hear a car. I don't see a car. I think I brake too much. Yeah. Doesn't have the power. I wonder if it can be fast enough to jump the bridges. Kind of an addiction of sniffing the good smelling things. Well, I don't know. I think many people enjoy sniffing good smelling things. I don't know. I have some issues with my taste perception, so I can't say that for myself, but if you're an average person, you probably do enjoy sniffing things. I enjoy sniffing benzene. Level 2 decals. Lap knockout. I'm gonna drop to easy because drugs are gonna get ridiculously hard. Don't drop the soap. I think the gearbox differs than drag. That's not what I get in... Oh, I just shift earlier. Yeah, I just shift earlier. Because in Surrogate, I just rev all the way up to 7,500. Okay, let's go back to her. I think I can try some drags on hard difficulty as well. Oh snap. You have tested it. That's interesting to know. I probably should test it myself just to confirm it, but that's definitely an interesting thing to know, that gearbox actually differ in drag mode. It's like you don't screw with what was the city in Underground 1? Is there even a name for this city? I think it's supposed to be some kind of LA clone. Probably not. Okay, so you don't screw up Olympic City street racers because they have interchangeable final drives. Like every time they need a different final drive, they just replace it. They get extra gear. Yeah, it does look like that. Well, it is a Fast and Furious clone after all. Just Fast and Furious look-alike. Just get me all the gears. Maybe they just have like tractor transmissions. With like 32 gears front, 32 gears back. Or maybe they have the gearbox with the limiter. It might be. It might be because in this game, when AI starts rubber banding, you can clearly hear that. I want the Vortex car. Your car does not have enough reputation stars to enter this event. This tournament requires 1 reputation star to enter. Yeah, it's time to rise the car. Blue neon, window tint, light black. It's time to rise it up. I don't think that changes anything. I really don't want to put. I really don't want to put like body kits and stuff, but it seems that I would have to. Okay, I got 1 star. It's time to continue. What? Again? What a great game. Just... I wonder if it like actually requires all the upgrades or just the last 3. Yeah, it doesn't require all the upgrades, just last 3. What? What? What kind of logic is that? Just install the last upgrades? How did they even program that? I mean, it's actually easier to program it to check for all the parts than by one part individually. Still, that's a very interesting way of forcing you to upgrade your car. Like every tournament that happens, just make the player upgrade the car. Well, if the game is gonna cheat, I'm gonna cheat myself. I did not expect those walls. Like I've played stock Most Wanted. That was pretty harsh. Like yeah, I had some struggles, but the game didn't force me to upgrade myself. Like why? Why do I have to do it? If I want a challenge, like I cannot have a challenge. Also, for some reason, I didn't change the gearbox, but my speed ratios have changed. I don't know how that works. Yes, I did install ECU. It didn't raise the RPMs. It didn't. No, it didn't raise the RPMs. It didn't. If it did, I didn't have the question. Like, yeah, it increased RPM, so the shifting points are not different. But no, it haven't changed their RPMs. It just why? Freak. It's a good thing that I had pretty decent lead, so that crash didn't do anything. "45 minutes already. This game is considered to be classic, the best of the best, and it does this. That Ford Focus really wants to die, it seems. It's too fast. I'm not used to this kind of fast. It's too fast and too unstable. Yeah, I didn't install the tire, so that power just goes to waste. I have the power, but I can't really use it, especially in corners. Well, at least we're gonna have a battle. Just a brief battle with this. Nah, it wasn't a battle. He just gave up. Scott gave up. Didn't want to fight. Power check, grip not found. Also, hello there. No. Yeah, I could use some more grip, but no. I gotta suffer. Gotta do it legit. No, I would prefer to just be silent and try not to butcher someone's names, because I can't really read while driving. It's hard to read when you drive. Oh yeah, Quantum L2, I know you. It's good to see you back. Yeah. I mean, it's always good to see a person you know. Especially in this unfriendly environment of game forcing me to install performance upgrades. like a science video. What? It's Grim Stream. A theory video. Yeah. No, the theory just breaks in this game like very early. Ouch. The theory breaks in the 9th race because the game forces you to install performance upgrades. Oh, I didn't, so... Well, what I did was get to a tournament. The game said, like, install upgrades. So I install upgrades, I win that tournament, and I remove the upgrades. So this is what I'm gonna do after this race. I'm gonna remove all the upgrades I have. I also didn't install like all upgrades, even though the game said install all upgrades. I only installed like ECU, turbo, and brakes. So that still counts. That still counts as all upgrades. The developers were really lazy to check for every part. So they check for only 3 parts. Yeah, it might. I won't say for sure. It might. I didn't really dig into this game. I don't really know how it works. Oh no, it actually checks for all 3. I already tested that. I installed turbo and that didn't work. I had to install everything. Next time, maybe I will just install the first part. I don't know. And see if that works. This corner is too hard. It's too hard for me to remember. I won the first and the second races in this tournament, so I don't really have to win this one. I can finish second at least. Oh, he just destroyed himself. Most 27 checks. Elaborate. Yeah, you're just dumb. This is just like Just one package. I mean, 3 cubed? Why 3 cubed? Like, if it only checks for one part from the trio, it's like the only I only have 3 options. Why would you cube it? Okay, let's get back to Stock MX5. Okay, so it's either one part separately, which is 3 options. It's either 2 parts, which you can have 3 combinations of. So it's 6, and then you have all of them, which is 7. You have 7 options that can be applied. Unlock groups. Nah, that doesn't work like that. They seem to be only bound to the last upgrade you have, because this time I didn't have to install the engine, the tires, and the transmission. That doesn't really matter, to be honest. Yeah, it's okay. I'm just telling you that I tried and it worked. Like, I only had the last 3 parts installed and it let me in. Tournaments are dumb in this game. Like, it amazes me how terrible this game is. Race over? That was fast. I almost wish like it would be a little bit longer. Drift. Let's drift, boys. Aww. I'm getting too reckless. I lost. There's no way I won this. I did win this. Wow. Thanks, game. Level 2 neon. Let's install this. I'm gonna have to anyway. Pink neon. New kids in town. How in the hell a flat 4 can win a V6? I had to put a little fight here to win. I'm starting to lack power.
Some serious stuff now. Well,
The only way is up. That's for sure. Jose and his Golf GTI. Oops. They're getting aggressive. They're getting aggressive and more rubber bandy. It might get real tough real soon. Or it might not. Who knows? I wonder if I can learn to use this shortcut. Like if it can be taken quickly enough to make a difference. I think that a 90-degree turn is gonna be tough to make, especially 2 in a row. Famous 6-7 lappers, yeah. I'm waiting for them myself. It seems like the game really adjusts to your parts though. Like I'm not seeing them using nitros, which I was afraid of. I was afraid of that the game actually like equips all the parts for the AI, and that could be problematic. But it seems like they really adjust their performance level to you, which might mean that it is possible to win this game on a stock Miata. I would have to spend some time upgrading the car because the game just demands it, but it's still fun. Wow, the traffic collided. Yeah, it's not possible technically, but if I can beat the most of the game that does not require me installing those parts, I think that counts. I should be able, yeah, I think I should be able. I only have in mind the drags. I'm not sure. I thought that the game was just... I thought the game will install the upgrade parts and they're gonna be using nitros and stuff, but it seems like they don't. So if they don't use nitros, I might be able to win, like using the lowest difficulty possible. At this point, the AI should be much faster, especially if they have upgrades. They have pretty much all the stage 1 parts installed already, and if they cannot catch up, I don't see a problem beating the rest of the game. Hard or bust. I'm gonna keep on using hard as much as I can. This challenge is hard enough on itself. I don't see a reason to keep hard. Doing it on easy would be just enough, I think. I'm not gonna risk it.
Cool, dude. You just got ranked. Now the other racer. You made it onto modified.
I need to install all the performance abilities. Okay, let's see if it only checks for the first of the 3. No, it checks for all 3, it seems. It only checks for the last 3 parts you unlocked. I don't see why I should try that. It doesn't really matter. What? That integral, get out. Get out. That integral got out of nowhere. That Integra just got out of nowhere. Come on, there was a lane there. Why didn't it turn? Okay, this is getting hard. Oh, at least harder. Still possible to win if you do things correctly. Ah, that was a bad shifting. Okay, that integer just liquidated itself. What are they doing? Did they all crash? No, they all finished. But how? They were crashing all the way down. Yeah. This AI, man. Ah, that was bad shifting. Too bad. I cannot win like that. Cannot win like that. I need a perfect start and all 5 gears perfectly changed. I can do 233, that's the top speed, at least in drag. Like after that my engine starts burning. So I cannot really go above that. Oh, the last race in this tournament. This one I can lose, I think. Oh, someone got destroyed. It's always it's always fun looking back in drag races and just seeing everyone get destroyed. Did I just unlock nothing in this tournament? Okay, I'm fully stuck. Am I? Stuck. Everything's stuck.
What's up, Lucky? Thought I was tough.
Okay, so around 20% of the game done. Who's gonna win, a Civic or a Miata? What is he doing? Oh, the AI is doing AI things again. Yeah, 2 got destroyed and the Civic is so far behind. The only question is when they're gonna leave me with this crap. Install performance upgrades. Oops. Well, that wasn't nice, but they were in my trajectory. I cannot do anything about what? I'm sorry, I think I'm just missing something here. Oh, it's just YouTube thing. I get that thing as well if I message too hard on other streams. He was gaining in fast.
I've never seen anything.
That Celica was gaining in fast. Oops. 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 I'm oopsing too much. That Eclipse is gaining fast. What? That Eclipse, man. Oh, he destroyed himself. That Eclipse helped. It helped me win by destroying. Level 2 paint. I think I'm gonna apply that. Do I have a pink metallic? It's red. Okay. Let's do this. One down, two to go. Oh, this race unlocks Nissan Sentra. I don't like that sound. Yeah, but when you play this game, not I mean when you play NFS not as they intended you to, it gets really weird, really weird. Yeah, I know, and freak. I have a full lap to catch to him, or I lose. I hope he destroys himself. Okay, he didn't take the shortcut. I might pass him here. No, it didn't happen. Come on, game. Oh, come on, game. Just let me win the race. Whoa, yay, thank game. Thank you, game. The game was nice this time. It heard my prayers and let me win.
You better stop front.
Ah, come on. Something weird just happened. My monitor died. Like for a fraction of a second, my monitor died. Yeah, but okay, still won.
Whoa, now that you're on.
Some kind of
Loud and proud. I don't know, maybe a combination of everything. It just happens, okay. I don't know, but we would have to mod the game. Probably the AI will give up first, to be honest. Ouch. That little tap at the end though. Level 2 muffler tips. Let's go install that. It barely does anything.
Hey, yo, small time.
I never really understood the ranking system in this game, like why it exists. It doesn't have to exist. It probably exists because of the online, just to get people familiar with what would it look like online. But then it just didn't look like this in online. Oh, come on, game. I'm gonna support the for fun idea. It makes more sense, to be honest. Underground do? Yeah, surely. On the easiest difficulty, yeah, sure. Like, it's impossible on hard. I tried. The only issue in Underground 2 are drags. You cannot really beat the drags because in Underground 2 your opponents actually grow, not with you, but they grow with like parts. So soon enough you hit that peak when opponents have nitros and drags and you don't, and you just lose because there's nothing you can do about that. Just nothing. Yeah, you can do carbon stock RX-8 as well. Some useless rewards.
Think you're a dog, huh? Word with the ladies is that you're just a puppy. Guess I'm gonna prove 'em right in the next race.
Not enough drafting. What is going on with the AI? Why is it so terrible? Why are they so useless all of a sudden? They just cannot do anything. Level 2 window tint. Let's install that. I'm driving so slowly. I got lava tint. Medium red tint. Costs 2 reputation stars to enter. Okay. Yay! Yay! The game stopped doing this! The game stopped asking me to install upgrades. I'm sorry, Subaru, but you had to die. Yeah, I can see how they didn't really think that someone would be stupid enough to do it like that. But still, they fucked up. Should have tested for this. But I don't know. The game stopped asking me to upgrade my car, and I'm glad it did. You don't have to spend time menuing and installing and removing parts now. Wow, that was scary. Hi Android hacks. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to seeing me suffer using just a stock Miata to beat this game. Well, it's as stock as possible. It's as stock as game will allow. I don't have performance upgrades. I only have the visuals that are necessary for some reason. Yeah, I can see that they're getting faster and faster and faster. Ah, come on. Yes, the hard is actually becoming hard. I think I could... thank you, but I think I could have been better. I tried tailgating that Supra, but that didn't go so well. I lost control for a fraction of a second and afterwards I just hit a wall. Bye. Thank you for the good luck wish. Oh no. It gets really familiar with the... It gets really familiar with the Most Wanted stock run. Yeah, at least the goal is the same. I just have to preserve as much speed as I can. So I kinda know what I'm doing. Maybe not entirely, but for the most of it, I know what I'm doing. Also, wait a second, this is a hard oncoming section. I would like to spend it concentrating on the road, not on the chat. What have the birds on the right? Okay, so you know that I come from Twitch, and Twitch doesn't Twitch doesn't really allow that. Like you only have 16 by 9, but and I'm used to that. So this is what I had for a while. Like I've been streaming on Twitch with those birds. So it's just kind of a leftover. I will think about changing the dimensions, maybe, but I'm knowing that I'm too lazy to do anything. I will probably just leave it as it is and just have birds on the sides. Maybe I will use this for like some random information. I don't know. I can always find something to cover up some space. Yeah, basically because it's a leftover and I'm too lazy to change anything. What happened? Okay, I think someone got destroyed. I think I can easily win even if I finish second, because I won 2 previous races. It should be fine. But instead I won. Level 2 upgrades. So I'm nearing like 1/3 of the game. I think I will... Yeah, I can do math. Thank you very much. But to get back to like real issues, I think I'll be ending the stream after the Drift Championship. You know, that comes soon. Wow, my view counter just got to 0. I wonder if it's YouTube lagging or everyone just left suddenly. It shows 0 for me, but okay, whatever. My nose is itchy. I can feel the silica, yeah, I can see it on the map even. That was a pretty sad loss. It wasn't really a hard race. Level 2 roof scoops. Let's install that. Son of a gun. Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting too silent. That's not really good. That's only half of what's going on. If I'm silent, that usually means I'm tired. And that's not really a good thing, because I can drive while speaking like no problem. It's not really a big issue for me to drive and speak at the same time. So if I just go silent, that probably means that I'm tired. I really needed that slowdown. It helped me a lot. I don't think I could have lost 14 seconds even if I crashed, but still that slowdown really helped. Nice drifting though. I think there has to be a 6 laps race somewhere around the corner. Oh, here it is. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna try and get as far as the drift tournament. I hope I can pass the drift tournament and then I'm gonna cut off the stream. I made pretty decent progress. I think they carried over the enemy logic from Quick Race. I think they carried over the logic from Quick Race, like your opponents just get the same parts you have, so you're kind of equal. I think that's bad because this makes this whole run just not that much of a big deal. still, I'm not even 1/3 in. Maybe it will change later on. Six laps, here we go. Level 2 rims. Let's go and install that. Six freaking laps. From as far as I know, nope, it doesn't. That's actually the reason why I didn't install spoiler. Just so I don't actually get any advantage. Like, I installed many parts, but mostly those that shouldn't normally matter. The only issue is that the game is actually forcing me to install them. I can try and uninstall them. This is gonna be a long journey. Yeah, it's kinda cool that cars repeat here. I don't know, for some reason it just feels more like it just puts it feels like you're involved more. Like, because you see the same people, you raise the same people, you raise the same cars, you raise the same trucks, which is debatably a bad thing. Like, I know that most of the people complain how it doesn't have much content. I think it has enough to give you some variety, and at the same time, throughout career, you just kind of learn the streets, and it just helps you feel like you really are in this city. Oh no. Okay, that went well. It was almost a rip, but it ended well. All's well that ends well. That silica is not letting me go. I managed to achieve slightly faster exit speed. Oh my god, that silica is cheating hard. Okay, first endurance done. A unique vinyl.
You think you could challenge for my spot? I barely got time for you. Bring it and get it over.
Come on. That's a shame. Okay, I'm in a draft zone. Nah. That was bad. drafting machine broke. No, I didn't have to do that. No, didn't have to do that. Oof, yeah, that's a giant oof.
Jeez. Slow wheels, no style. You got anything going for you?
Another 6 laps. My right hand is beginning to hurt. So if that drift tourney is not going in soon, I'm gonna just quit. Yeah, 6 laps again. I don't know what were they thinking when they programmed those endurance races in. They're not fun, and this is boring. Most importantly, the worst thing of all is that they just come one after another. It's just such a huge mental drop. Imagine having to do a 6 laps race just to realize that you have to do another one immediately after. I don't know either. It just, yeah, I understand that. I'm okay with like bringing in some challenge, like bringing in some challenging races somewhere in the middle, like to increase the difficulty. But why have to like one right after another? I did that 6 laps race. I had a dragon. Then I have to do it again. I can? Why? Unfortunately, my stamina isn't infinite. Yeah, they generally do get longer, but 6 laps is an overkill. The worst part is that you get nothing for those races. They are pretty long. Huh. I have to do that again. Nice. Yay! Only check for the first 3 parts. Like, yes, why not? I dislike this transmission. Race over. Next. Almost 20k. Again, almost 20k. Gritty vinyl. Okay, that's out of the way. Now I can degrade my car again. Okay, let's do this drift because let's do the drift because it's kind of, yeah, I just want to have like a nice number, like 40 out of 100 and something. Just want to have that nice little number here, so I'm gonna do this drift. back to stock, by the way. I don't follow speedrunning anymore. A lot has happened in the speedrunning community, and I just kinda gave up and I don't speedrun anymore. And I don't follow. Like, you probably would have imagined me not speedrunning much, but I just stopped caring about speedrunning at all. Oh, those, yeah, those are pretty good. Yeah, he practiced a lot, he ran a lot. I think he has like 100 attempts in, so that shows the dedication. He really tried to push the game. Yeah, that's gonna be 40 out of 112.
The cover of Import Sooner makes your ride look like
Yeah, this is where I stop. I don't feel like playing much longer. I've been streaming for 2.5 hours. That's already much more than I usually stream. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you around. Bye bye.